is better than the Aldi as far as the amount of stuff. Or maybe it's the variety of stuff. Or maybe it's just different stuff.
I think it's actually the stuff that we really use frequently, I think.
For a chicken pot pie?
Probably not.
That's large.
Hey y'all, welcome to the vlog. We did an Aldi haul, but we had several things that we had to buy at Walmart instead of Aldi. So I'm gonna do a little haul and show y'all what all we got. I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, we are gonna have to cut the cat food open because this cat has been waiting on food. We've been buying like the cheap cat food and she just isn't eating it as well. And so we were like, screw it. We're just going to spend $25 on a 16-pound bag of cat food instead of $3 on a 5-pound bag. Get her the good kind and she is like flipping out.
Look at her, she's
like
ready. She's
she
like,
is in
where's my food?
the chair.
Where's my cat food at?
So we're gonna just have to cut this open before we even do the haul. Are you hungry? So on this Walmart grocery haul, before I get started telling you what all's there, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it was extremely difficult for me to buy large quantities of stuff because as we've been trying to budget and like save money, not had money because of all of our debt issues, it has been a like go to the grocery store and spend the least amount of money that you possibly can. But that's been resulting in multiple grocery trips a month, which can get frustrating and take up too much time. So this time I was like, let me just see what I can do. I actually went through and added up like how many coffee pods do we need for the entire month for me to go ahead and get it. So like usually I would just buy one of these with 12 in it because it's $3.62 or something. But I added it up and went ahead and bought 4 packages of this because there's 12 in each. And that was just really hard because I was like, I feel like this is bad. Like I feel like it's bad to be buying so much, which kind of makes you rethink your whole, you feel like you're doing okay just to buy like when you get it on one occasion, but when you realize you're buying it multiple times a month, you're like, shoot, we're spending a lot of money on this. But I mean, 4 times 3 is what, like $12 on coffee. It's a lot cheaper than going to Starbucks. I did that for multiple things, so I'll show y'all what all I did, but it was just definitely like, I don't know, I felt like bad spending all the money, but now I know I still got the cheapest prices on the stuff I bought a lot of. Now it won't get used up so quickly and I won't have to feel like I'm turning around to go to the store all the time.
Why does food and groceries make me so excited?
Oh wait, you didn't tell me what your guess is first. What's your guess on how much it was?
Will you give me a hint? Was it more or less than Aldi?
Take into account, let me tell you, the cat food was $25. Shoes were $17. This vanilla milk is $22. And I'm trying to think of what the biggest cost items were.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like just in those things, basically this is $100 just right here.
Yeah, okay.
Those 4 things, 5 things.
That's my guess.
This ain't Aldi. Okay, let me just go through it. You go ahead and have that guess. We're gonna go through it.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to give myself a shout out for only getting 3 things I think that weren't on the list. Usually when I go to Walmart, especially for grocery shopping, I'll all of a sudden decide we need all kinds of stuff. The only things I got that weren't on the list, I'll say those first. I got these, which technically were on my list. I just didn't have them written down. The color catchers, if y'all have ever used these, I think these ones themselves were actually like $2 and something. They're less than $3. There's 30 of them. I tear them in half, but it keeps colors from bleeding onto other things in the washing machine, and I don't use them every time. I use them for special, like if the kids or one of us gets a new shirt or a new blanket or something that is a dark color or like red, you put it in there, it keeps it from bleeding. Totally worth it, and this will last probably 6 months. I don't use them that often. The other thing I got that wasn't on the list, because our thing lately has been not to buy anything like, oh, we should try this. This looks good, because it never is, or, you know, like just stick with what we know for right now. I bought sweet peas, frozen sweet peas. They're 77 cents, and Gaines used to love them. And then we tried to switch to regular sweet peas that weren't frozen, and she did not like them. Brooks has never particularly liked them, but it's been like a year since we tried.
And they've gotten into edamame.
They have gotten into edamame, and they will now eat broccoli and green beans. And so I'm like, let's branch out a little bit more. 77 cents ain't gonna hurt anybody. Oh, these were not on the list. Mini pancakes. Oh, yeah. We do have waffles already, but they're just not eating them.
I think we're almost out. I think we have one left.
Well, there's some in the freezer outside, but they're not eating them, and they love mini pancakes. So those are those 3 things that I got that weren't on the list. Right. Everything else was on the list. Here we go. Cold stuff first. Strawberry ice cream, because that's Brooks's favorite dessert, and we're out. Beef and bean burritos for the quick lunches. Those were like $2.78 or something. Again, pot pies.
I've already got one ready to go.
I don't have to explain those. Pizzas. This is another one that was like really weird for me because I usually buy 1 or 2. But we seriously like to have these on the weekends for like our family movie night, our Sunday night, easy night. So that should last us through the entire month was the goal. Uncrustables, and there's 10 of these in here. And we use these very sparingly. Almost emergency, run out the door. Shoot, we gotta have lunch for the kids. Cheese, I mentioned in the Aldi haul that we eat a crap ton of cheese. Usually this will last us a whole month, and then that should last for sandwiches.
Yes.
They both like cheese sandwiches every day. The coffee, like I already kind of explained about that. And then this is my tea, which I prefer the sweet tangerine positive energy. But I accidentally grabbed a vanilla spice, and I'm a little nervous about that.
I've had it, it's good.
Is it? But you like vanilla, I don't. Milk? Got milk. That killed me too, because milk at Walmart was like $2 and something, I think. I can't find it on the receipt, and at Aldi it's like $1. It's definitely cheaper at Aldi to get milk, but it is what it is. I've talked about these before. These are like the little caffeinated packets that I put in my tea in the morning. So went ahead and got enough of those that should last us probably beyond a month. They were out of the extra other boxes I needed, so I just got these. It's supposed to be the same thing. I don't know.
I know in one of our videos we said being frugal, cutting back on paper plates and paper towels and stuff, but we're cutting back a lot compared to what we used to get. We used to get like this and go through all the.
Well, we would only use paper plates.
Yeah, for this kind of stuff where it's just like quick, easy. But like, yeah.
The pack of 90 was $2.68, I think. These were on the clearance rack, these little tiny ones. So like when the kids will ask for a little tiny something, especially right now when we're selling our house and all that stuff, keeping the dishes out of the sink is a big priority. That was extra $5, and right now I don't feel bad about that. Onions for cooking, we needed those.
I eat these for breakfast.
Mayo for their cheese sandwiches every day. Wipes, we don't have anybody that's still in diapers, but we do still use these for just like different things. There's, you know, you got kids, you use wipes. I will say I really wanted to buy the like $15 box at Sam's, because those are the best wipes ever if you have a baby and you have a Sam's. The Members Mark brand wipes are actually pretty moist, and they're thick and they don't tear. But we don't need that many anymore, so I got a smaller quantity. But the box that I bought last from Sam's, I think it was probably, it may have been a year ago. I got 3 of these, 1 for each of the kids' room and then 1 for the kitchen, and those will last for a while. So there you go. We went ahead and restocked on all of our different pastas for the different foods that we eat with them. Cullen loves to stuff jumbo shells with stuff. Linguine, spaghetti, elbows, small shells, and fettuccine. And you may be asking yourself, if I talk about how I eat low carb, why do we have so many noodles? And that is because our kids basically want noodles with cheese every dinner. So there you have it, noodles. We've talked about before, Gaines drinks these. I like to get, this is like the Great Value or Parents' Choice version of Pediasure, and I like to get the ones with fiber, but they didn't have those in the value pack. It was cheaper to get this, and then I got a few of the ones with fiber, and this should last for the rest of the month, which is always nice to have on hand. For Cullen's grilling marinating needs, steak sauce, soy sauce, Worcestershire, Dale's. We don't usually run out of all these things at one time. Steak sauce will probably last us a year, and this usually lasts several months, this usually lasts several months, and this usually lasts several months. I don't know why we ran out all at once. I was out of some spices too that I use to cook almost every time I cook any type of ground beef. Italian seasoning and onion powder. Green beans in a can, I know are not the healthiest option, but it's what our kids will eat, and it's green, so it's better than eating a bag of chips. Paper towels, we've talked about cutting back on our usage of those, so I got the cheapest kind that looked like they weren't just complete crap. There's only 4 rolls, so my goal is no, sir! Don't do it. So the goal for these, I would say, is to use no more than 1 a week. Maybe even 1 every 2 weeks. We used to go through a roll of paper towels like a day, but we're cutting back on that. These Olroy dog treat things, I tell y'all, 8 is a little bit high maintenance and has a lot of need for stimulation. These little things are actually supposed to be like a dog food, but we cut this open and give her, you know, about this much and put it in her little treat ball that she rolls around. It has a little hole in the top, and when she rolls it around, they fall out. And that's like her thing that she does every night before she eats her dinner. So I think this was $3 and something, and this will probably last us at least 6 months as well. Catterday food for the cats, because, you know, they only eat on Saturdays. Just kidding, if you've been around for a while, you know what I'm talking about. We've already explained the cat food. Dog bones, these should last for a good while. I talked a lot about dog bones last time. These are for Ada primarily and her chewing needs. And the tennis shoes that I got for Brooks. He's been wearing the same tennis shoes since August and he has just outgrown them. Like literally all of a sudden he was like, are these on the wrong foot? And I said, no, they're on the right foot, and his toe was all the way at the end. He needs new tennis shoes. The last ones we got were from Walmart, and so I looked for some. They had these, which he's gonna flip out over. And then they had some that were, he's just feeling
sorry.
They had some that were basically the same as what he has, just in a different color. And they were the same price as the Spider-Man ones. And so I was like, you know what? You're only 3 once. He is crazy about superheroes right now. So I just went ahead and got these. There you go. Light up Spider-Man shoes. I hope he is excited. All right, I think that's it. Cullen's putting some things up.
Oh, thanks for doing it.
You're welcome. Okay, so y'all, if you hadn't left your guess yet, now that you know everything, go leave your guess in the description. I mean, the comments, don't leave in the description. The total.
177.
177?
That's my guess.
This ain't Aldi. This is not Aldi. Again, it was like really hard for me. But so many of these things are gonna last for like 6 months.
248.
You looked thirsty.
I didn't. I swear I haven't.
$250.99.
Oh,
you're
nice.
within $3 again. So we had set aside, if you remember at the beginning of the month, $300 in Walmart gift cards for the purposes of groceries. If you consider the fact that we got $30 worth of cat food, that should technically come out of pets. And then kids' shoes, where the Brooks' shoes were $17. 30 plus 17 is 47. Dog bones were 20, that's 67. And then the little extra dog treat ball things makes it about 70. So if you subtract out $70 from 250, that's 180. So technically, as far as grocery
it would have been $3 the other way.
Oh yeah, that's right. For just the groceries, 180. So combining that with the Aldi, so far this month we spent $280 on groceries. Literally the only other things we should have to go back for are when the milk runs out, when the bread runs out, lettuce. Yeah, I mean, I think we're definitely, our budget for the month for groceries was $500 and we've spent $280. So I definitely don't think we should be spending $220 more unless there's something I'm forgetting about. So I think we're doing pretty okay so far. I feel okay about everything we got. I don't feel like I've overbought or bought anything that wasn't necessary, really.
If y'all missed our Aldi haul, go check it out. We've got 2 Aldi hauls up now.
Yep.
Do we have, oh, we've got a mini Walmart haul, but this is like a, this was a pretty big one.
This was a big Walmart haul. And if you're also wondering why I didn't do Walmart grocery pickup, is because they don't take gift cards. And so I spent like 30, 45 minutes the other night making my Walmart grocery pickup list, and I was about to place the order to pick it up after I dropped the kids off at school. They don't take Walmart gift cards, and that's what we are spending this month, which won't always be the case.
Like what somebody said, they use the Walmart app to go in and total up their total as they're doing it instead of the calculator. So you already had your list made and your total essentially.
Yeah, I did.
Before you even went.
So I kind of knew what I was getting and like how much I was gonna spend and all that. It worked out okay. But for the future, I will be using Walmart grocery pickup more often once we aren't using up these gift cards that we got back from our credit card rewards. So let us know how much you guys have spent on groceries this month so far. If you are not working on your budget yet, go back to last month and see how much you spent on groceries and see how much it is. I'd be interested to know.
I wanna know what your one cheat item is per trip. Like, you know how you like have like
the burritos kind of.
Yeah, like that's just kind of a splurge. But like ours is usually like a pack of Reese's.
Yeah.
Like a splurge item. Like what's a fun splurge item?
I feel like everything I did buy, well, like the ice cream, but I feel like that's not, I mean, you gotta have a little $3.
It's just hard for me not to splurge, especially when they get you with those in racks or like new items or like crazy new stuff.
I thought I did pretty good considering that typically this would have been like $600 because I did have to go to the kids' shoe department and that has a history of extreme difficulty for me. I saw so many different pairs of shoes that I was like, oh, Gaines would really like these and Brooks needs some. They had like little boy Birkenstocks, but I stuck to my guns and I really did. Like I really did want to buy that. They had just
throw that away or just
no, use it. Don't open the new one though. Use up the old one. They had just put out all the new spring kids clothes at Walmart. Oh my gosh. I'm having a addiction recovery from that, and it was difficult exposing myself to it, but I made it.
Thank you guys so much for watching another haul. We're doing good.
Hopefully we won't have another one until April.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we'll have other videos though, so y'all stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. See you next scheduled episode. Bye.
I want to buy the Daddy.
I do.